Okay, so before the video starts, I just want to let you know if I sound like an idiot. I'm a little hungover from yesterday. I was playing Mario Kart with some friends, and I got a little crazy.
I've come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right, he took his hedgehog fucking Quilly dick out, and he pissed on my fucking wife. He said his dick was this big, and I said, that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com, Shadow the Hedgehog. You got a small dick, it's the size of the walnut, so it's way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dog looks like. That's right, baby. Tall points, no quills, no pillows. Look at that. It looks like two balls in a ball. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right. This is what you get by super laser piss. So I'm not gonna piss on the earth. I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon.
But that's not going to stop me from talking about the ramblings that I'm going to normally do over Pokemon Unite and its draft stuff. But I want to let you know if I tumble over my words, I'm still kind of recovering from this. So yeah, I'll ramble like an idiot like I normally do, but if I sound even dumber than usual, that's why. Anyways, let's go forward with talking about the draft mode and the new update coming up with Pokemon Unite, which I'm very excited for. So I meant to talk about this when the leaks were coming out with Urshifu being released and a potential draft mode, and I got lazy. I'll say it. Life took over. But now that it's actually coming out, it looks like through Twitter it confirmed that it's going to be releasing on the 1st. And according to this tweet, through the help of Twitter's translations, I was reading it was saying that it's coming out on December 1st, which is the end of this Battle Pass season. The way that they're going to do the pick and bans for this draft is it's through a voting system. So the reason that this is kind of like bringing up a few questions in my head is because for anybody who's played a MOBA before, League of Legends and Smite are the first two that come to my head always. The way that draft pick works in those games is each character chooses one champion in the massive pool of champions. Well, at least in League of Legends. Let's just go to League of Legends specifically. In League of Legends, everybody chooses one champion that they want to ban from your team of 5 and the enemy's team of 5. Those champions you cannot use in the massive pool of 100 plus champions, right? And then each player chooses a character, but the way that they choose is there's the first pick on either red team or blue team, and then the next two players on the opposite team choose, and the next two players on the opposite team choose, and so on and so forth until the very last player. The way that this looks like it's going to be set up is it looks like there's going to be a ban through a voting system, which is very interesting. So the way that these pictures from this tweet are showing, it looks like a lot of people are voting like Absol in this instance. And since 3 people voted Absol, Absol is going to be the Pokemon that's banned. However, this makes me curious, since this is a 5v5 game, what happens if like 2 people pick, I don't know, 2 people pick Absol and 2 people pick Sableye, right? Sableye is kind of a menace right now. Or what happens if there's like 5 random picks, because it's solo queue. Nobody's gonna want, like, what are the odds that 5 people are going to choose the exact same thing? There's a ping that it looks like on the select where people can kind of like request a certain Pokemon to be banned, and hopefully through looking at how the meta evolves and seeing higher level players play, people will be aware of how exactly the meta shifts and see what's strong and what's not, and not just ban, like, for example, Cinderace because it's annoying in lane or something like that. But I don't know. The only reason I'm thinking about this is because it's solo queue, right? It's not always competitive, but it's solo queue. I'm also curious about how this will affect the competitive scene as well, because I haven't been able to follow the competitive scene too much. Unfortunately, I was stuck with a life at work that I hated. But I was under the impression that everything was blind pick. Everything in this game was blind pick. Blind pick, for anybody who doesn't know the term, blind pick is the current like way that everybody chooses how they play their Pokemon and everything right now. So you're in your lobby, you have your team, you don't even know who the enemy team is, you just choose 5 Pokemon, you battle it out for your lanes. You'll probably have 2 people who want mid lane, and then you go from there, right? This, I feel like, will allow people to, one, have a little more time to choose their lanes and choose their Pokemon and stuff like that. Oh, I didn't even talk about the fact that I'm curious if this will, the way that picks work, because I understand how bans might work, but will picks work where people choose them like similar to other MOBAs, where like one person from the enemy team chooses, then 2 people choose from your team, then 2, then 2, then 2, then 2, then 1? Or I don't know if I counted too many. I'm sorry. I'm still a little hungover. Alrighty, 5 Uber here in the future. So looking back at these images once again, if you look right there on the orange team side, you see how there's 2 people preparing, and then on the left side they have 1 Cinderace. So from there, it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to do like 1 person on the first team choose, then 2 people on the next team choose their characters, and then so on and so forth, just like I thought. So after doing a double take on that, I'm glad I was able to clear that up. And yeah, back to my whatever I'm saying. This will also make me very, 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 very interested in the competitive scene for the most part. But I also have a lot of questions to see how a lot of interactions will work. Like if there's a tie in the votes, is it going to be a coin flip? Are we going to be able to, or is it just going to ban both of them outright? Are people just going to hate ban a lot of certain Pokemon just because they don't get their role, or because they've had a really bad game? Like, I'm talking to you, Greninja mains. Or how does it work? I have so many questions, but I guess we won't know until the next, like, what is it, 3 days? Yeah, I'm recording this on the 28th, so like next 3 days. Anyways, I'm, you know me, I ramble about whatever. I have a whole podcast about it, but we're not here about that. So I'm curious on what everybody's thoughts about this whole draft thing is. Let me know. I'm gonna be streaming when when this whole thing comes out. I need to get to Master though in order to actually play draft, because when the season resets, it's gonna put me at fucking veteran. So that means I have to claw my way up to Master again. That's going to be fun. But once we get to Master, we will be able to see what draft's all about. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, love yourselves, and have a great day.